Hey everyone, back again. I don't really have nothing to say right now, so we're gonna get to the intro. So a while back, I made a post about doing a Q&A and mostly giving you guys the opportunity to ask me questions that you might want me to discuss in this video. But also I told you guys to comment as many questions as you might want to know. Since myself, I'm not really that big of a following, but I didn't really got that much, to be honest, but I don't really care. But a way for me to extend this video even longer, I asked people with Instagram if they had any questions that they might want me to talk about, which they did, probably more than I did in the comment section. So for today, we're gonna get to those 8 questions that we have. Not that much, but it is what it is. Our first question here is from Mr. Plushy Guy himself, asking us, what is your favorite episode on your series? So I had this discussion before, mostly with my friends, and only these two will mostly pop in my mind, which are Camp Hell and Going Back. And I'm positive that you guys thought that I would have picked the newer ones, but to be honest, they're not my cup of tea. But if I had to rank these 2 episodes, I would say Camp Hell 2nd place and Gonna Revive 1st place. Before we get to the next questions, I kind of want to talk about why Gonna Revive is my favorite episode. Not only is it kind of fit my expectations of what I want my show to be, but also because it is the very first episode of mine to have an official ad on it, which blew me away since I did not expect that episode to, receive that. Next question is, who is the main protagonist of Comeback? And I have to say, I love this question because even myself, I didn't really have a proper answer for this. But if I really have to say, it's not Justin or John. It's gonna focus mostly around Russell himself because he has the most screen time in this episode. Hell, most of the animation that I've done for Comeback is just his scenes alone. But speaking of Russell, I just want to say that he is one of my favorite characters that I've ever made. And I'm pretty sure when you get to see the episode, you guys will understand. Because this character, he's very unique in his own way. What is one detail you make sure to include a lot in your episodes? So speaking of this, I just want to say, one thing I like to include in most of my episodes is such a random scene that just appears out of nowhere, for example, what happened in Reunion with the alien, or that little monster guy from Camp Hell. I like to give out no explanations on those certain scenes just to make it feel very random, and I do find them funny. And my inspirations for those are from Smiley Friends and also Clone High itself.
Nothing bad ever happens to the Kennedys!
What am I most excited about for my show, plot-wise or character-wise? For plot-wise, I'm excited to show the events afterwards on what happened in Comeback with the characters, because I already have a lot in mind of what's gonna happen next, and I believe that it might be shocking as well. And for character-wise, like I said last time, I am excited for people to see Russell, his character alone. Are you ever gonna go back to Angry Birds or Golden Years Plus make merch? For Golden Years, the special, it's still gonna happen. It's just I still haven't found the time to get it started. And there's a lot to talk about it, so that's its own video for now. And for Angry Birds, Furious Birds, I feel that's the only appropriate take on merch if I ever wanted to do it. But the Furious Birds franchise is already done. I'm not gonna come back to it anymore. I want to focus on the stuff that I'm doing right now, and I'm kind of alright with it in the moment. So this question is kind of a three-parter, basically asking about the timeline video that I made. And so I do have a lot to talk about that, so stay with me on this. Question 1, how many branches will there be? Question 2, will there be any horror-related branches? Question 3, what will create those new branches? To answer the first question, there are multiple branches, okay? There's like no limit to them. For question 2, yes, there are horror-related branches that exist. Whether or not I'll show any of them, you guys have already seen one characters from one of those horror-related branches. And for the last one, I didn't really particularly understand the answer, if you was talking about who created them or how are they created. But I can answer the how are they created part. And for my way, it kind of follow up on how the butterfly effect works. If you guys don't know, I would rather you do your research than me explaining it, since I don't really know the full concept of it yet. Thank you guys for staying all the way to the end and tuning in. I'm really grateful for this Q&A, and I'm very happy for those who have commented. Wait, oh shoot, I actually have one more question, so let's check that out right now. Hold up. Alright then, so this question says, why did Rat take my family? What?